Hello. Of course. Yeah, there. Excellent. Welcome, everyone. And by everyone, I mean no one. It has been a long while. I know. It has been a very long while indeed. I do have a good excuse. I have a very good excuse. Do not worry about it. No, all zero people who don't come to the stream and don't know what Universal Scene Description USD. Interesting. For all no people who don't know why I was away. Ah, there you are. Oh, you're small. I did not expect you to be small, Mr. Warwick. There we go. Welcome, Simax. Welcome. I do not need you to have animations. Welcome to the stream, Simax. Excellent. This right here is our dearest friend, Warwick from League of Legends. He will be needed as a reference. Because today we are making a werewolf, I think, probably. What did you say? You are going to try and get what, Simux? Are you going to try and get boss weapons? Is that what you are going to try and do? Get boss weapons? Have fun trying to get boss weapons. I'm not gonna keep trying doing that. I don't say that you shouldn't. Of course you should. Why wouldn't you? Why do you have a hole? Is that a hole actually? I'm not sure if it is a hole. I hope, yes, your textures work. Behold the glory. That was a Happy Souls reference. You should know, Simax. You should know. Anyway, behold the glory of the League of Legends textures. They're actually pretty good, if not high quality. They do look good. Yeah, nicely baked. He has his tongue out because he is T-posing right now. This is his T-pose. Do you notice his tail being entirely straight? It's easier to model if you don't have all of the bits, all of them. Oh my god. I'm having a moment. All of the vertices in the same place. Anyway, besides that, besides that, Yeah, we are going to try to make a little werewolf. And I have brought Warwick here as a reference because, well, he's the most werewolf I could think of. The most basic werewolf I could think of. It's probably not going to go great. But you know, we are not here to do well, we are here to have fun, do art, and learn. And learning is not necessary, it is just another bonus if it happens. Although actually for now, I think I am going to keep you on the same X. And I would like this Y to be forward, so rotate 180 degrees. And move you back on the Y -3. So, okay, forgive me one moment. Someone forgot their phone. It is too late now. Anyway, you were saying, Simax. You have my full attention. Don't worry about it. No need to worry at all. Dear God, the width of this one. He's so wide. She does disappear. If you would like to know. Which you asked, so clearly you do. And then the whole place turns evil and everything will want to kill you even more and there will be... Actually, what happens exactly I don't remember. But something bad does happen. Alright, the Firekeeper also wants to kill you. And no, you do not get anything. But you can get into Gwendolyn's chamber, I think, without having to get the special ring. If I recall. But I could be making that up. You need to remember that I have not actually played the game. I just know a lot of things about the game. Some of them are correct, and some others are not. And before I want to end my misery, let's give you a mirror modifier. And turn on backface culling. You're going to kill Guinevere while you are in the Warriors of Sunlight Covenant? And Gwendolyn? What do you even want from Gwendolyn? The fight isn't even good. Simax, no. You can't just do that. No, Simax, no! That's not allowed, Simax. You can't just up and kill a god. You're a son, bro. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not to join them. Right, I do remember that vaguely. Which does suggest that literally everything you have been fighting in Honor Londo has been an illusion. Which is a bit strange because they drop souls. Isn't it a bit strange? I find it a bit strange. Also, this is going to be a task and a half. Mr. Warwick. Move over here, please. If you do that. Excellent. Do not realize instances. You... But then you need the ring to make the statue go away. Oh well. Your source is probably more correct than me. Then again, I don't know what your source is on that, so maybe it isn't. Don't do that to me, please. A little more. No, this is good enough, probably. Should be. Quelleg's Fury Sword. I vaguely remember hearing about that item. Don't remember if it's any good. Probably is. Considering how many people I've seen use it. Although I guess that doesn't necessarily mean a lot of good things for it. It actually potentially means a lot of bad things about it. It's good when you have 10 humanities. That seems like an interesting investment to do to get good damage on a weapon. You know, a Hunter wouldn't need that, you know. A Hunter would just destroy everything right from the get-go. Also, what the hell went on here? And you a bit lower down, perhaps? Something like this, and the head can probably go there. No, not the mirror. Disappear the array. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Admittedly, all the getting somewhere I have been doing has been just copying the model. Brother doesn't have the Zweihander point and laugh. To recall that the Zweihander is really easy to get to, which is a bit strange, but you don't have it. Also, what the hell has gone on here? Okay, don't really need you. I'm pretty sure it's like somewhere in the graveyard at Firelink Shrine. But I could be talking complete bullshit. So keep that in mind. But I seem to remember it being there. You have Makes you. What do you mean? How have you not gone there? Do you know that what Pinwheels allows you to do? Art thou aware? And you decided that it was. No, I think I respect that. Think. Emphasis on think. Not an actual entirely certain if I do. But it is a choice that you made. And I can't judge you. Because that would be rude of me. So what has even gone on in here? Alright, disappear please. Oh boy. Okay, I see what has gone on. I see what has gone down. Okay, that is better, arguably. Oh, really? More that way. Very well. I will trust you. Are the catacombs really that much worse than every other area in the game? Or did you just really not like them for some reason? Did you specifically just not want to do them? I see. Well, it could be worse, could have been spiders. Which there are. But not in the catacombs. Imagine if the catacombs had spiders. I did not save you apparently. Alright. Well, I hope they turn out better than you are expecting. Oh, there is nothing between you and that. Okay. What are we thinking of this shape? Is it a good shape? I think it's a pretty nice shape. I might exaggerate the proportions slightly more. I am admittedly going very much just on this model and not a lot on my own at the moment. Which I do not love either. But I want to... But I don't really understand the anatomy of the thing that I am creating. However, the shape is pretty good now. What? Okay, have detached the vertices. Was wondering what was going on. You got the moonlight, but why are you collecting these weapons exactly? Is there any specific reason? I just want them. Fair enough, I suppose. Fair is fair, as they say. I don't know, like, what is going on here, so... Allow me to do a little bit of this. And this, probably. Well, actually, no, I might leave you here and do this. I prefer this. But as for you, I think that is fine. Yes, excellent. Now, as for the legs, they are still a little scuffed. And the little is doing the heavy lifting. Is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, in fact. See that this is a little messed up. Just a wee bit scuffed. Move you a bit more forward, move you a bit more back. You a bit more in. And all of you over here, here. there like that. And get the muscle here on the leg. Because its existence really isn't coming through a whole lot at the moment. Don't really like these feet. I feel like they are a bit too short. Quellag's Fury Shirt is not bad at all. That is excellent news. It would be a shame if the final boss is resistant to fire. Wireframe. Yeah, I prefer this. Alright. Okay, pretty nice, pretty good. Extrude you. Let's start working on a head shape. Bring you in. Bring you a little more in. And forward. Hmm. Did I forget what? Am I muted? No, I'm not muted, okay. Ah. I didn't know that to begin with. I did not forget anything. That is mildly surprising. Priscilla is also resistant to fire, which always seemed strange to me. Until I learned that she is a dragon. The whole dragon thing doesn't really come through with all the fur. Did I? Wait, did I? Me? Or who figured it out? Who figured that out? But, oh, I am a little bit confused. Forgive my silliness. Oh, I literally don't even remember Surge ever fighting Win. I have no idea what run you're even talking about. Genuinely no memory. Absolutely not a clue. Okay, our boy is getting somewhere. Slowly, but surely. Hmm. Kinda don't really like the shape that I'm working with here. It is making things a little more difficult than I'd like. So move you a bit like this, and you a lot way back. And I still don't really like the shape, but it has arguably improved. Very arguably. What was the run? Was it like a minimum upgrades or something? What was he doing? I don't. Good farming spot in Dark Souls 1. The only farming spot I know in Dark Souls 1 is the Helldrake Bridge, but that is an early game farming spot. Okay. Well, the fact that you don't remember what run it was either makes me feel a little better about not remembering at all. So thank you, Simax, for not remembering. You have slightly improved my day. Now what the hell are we doing here? Ah, right. Yeah. I forgot about the phalanx. It would be just singular phalanx. Phalanxes would be multiple groups. A phalanx is already a group. Unless the enemy is called a phalanx, in which case that's a dumb name. I understand what enemy you're talking about, and I understand why they would name it that, but still, I stand by my word. Even if it is just because I am Greek and it bothers me when the language is used weird. You need sunlight. Well, I cannot help you with that. I would be very happy to do jolly cooperation with you, but I cannot. I am physically incapable. What? Okay, what happened there? That was strange. Anyway, that is placed about right. Now it's more right. Okay, you definitely don't need to be chatting out like that. Bit wider apparently. I am thinking that maybe I should merge some of you, but I will look into that a bit later. If only. If only I had the Dark Souls 1. Our cooperation would be so jolly. Perhaps the jolliest that there ever was. I'd say almost definitely the jolliest. Should I try getting some music, or are we thinking it will absolutely break? How certain are we that it will just make horrible noises for you to hate? Probably a pretty high likelihood, I'd say. And that is correct. There is in fact there is in fact only one way to find out. Oh, let's get these in. Ah, it's muted already. Excellent. Don't ask about the trans flag. It's a long story. Actually, if you won't ask about it. Ah, alright, fair enough. Fair enough. I imagined as much. I did imagine that that would be the case. Well then, that's alright. We can do without it. We don't need it. Probably. Okay, that was not straight on. It is a bit of a shame though. Can't deny it. I would like it if we had music. One day I am going to figure out why OBS is the way that it is. I forgot the name of the software for one moment. Thankfully, it came back to me in a dream. I bet you would, Simax, I bet you would, especially one that doesn't destroy your ears. I'm sure that would be ideal. But I cannot provide. I don't know. I haven't the foggiest, as they say. What happened? Ah, okay, right. I deleted this. How am I ever going to get the ears soon? That will be a task for future me to figure out. Right, get it down. Put this further up. And select all of you. Forward. Bit more here. Over like this. And scale it up. You're gonna need some more work a bit later. I also almost forgot about the tail, which is pretty important, all things considered, the tail. No, you can have a werewolf without a tail, I think. Can you? Don't think you can. Pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure it's illegal. Okay. Bit closer. Well, actually, no, not really closer. Move you more that way. You a bit more in. You more out. Actually, you also more out. We are getting places, maybe? Oh, that was a big yawn. With a very big emphasis on maybe. Now, as for the fingers. Fingers are going to be an interesting predicament. For sure. Would like to get all of the fingers in. But that may prove to be a bit challenging. Just a little. Like this. The thumb will also be challenging because I don't really have a great place to put it. But I will figure it out so that it looks good enough. Not there. Over there. Any news, Simax? Since it has been a good while since the last stream. I'm sure you will have something to share. Something about as interesting as this stream. Well then, I retract my previous statement about you having something interesting to say. Not there. Okay. I will be awaiting your return, Simax. I missed awaiting your return. Okay. Ah. Alright. Fair enough. Opening the door is a be right back kind of deal. Usually you're not actually right back. I did not expect that. But I am happy that you are. No, yesterday I was playing Sky, Children of the Light, with a friend from New Zealand. A relatively new friend, older friend, bit of an older friend of another friend. And apparently she thought that me and that other friend that I met her by were totally into each other. And that shocked the both of us a little bit. I was certainly not expecting it. Not in the slightest. I found it interesting though. I'm not sure what gave her that impression. No, she would be right about some other friends, but not her. was a strange moment, for sure. No, no, don't go back. All right. Let's go a little over there. This finger is a bit too chunky. That is maybe better. Emphasis on maybe. And now I have to get the thumb in somewhere. Kind of starts... Reveal it, please. Kind of starts back here, but not quite. Which is annoying, because it would make my life a lot easier if it did start back there. Instead, now I will have to do some black magic. Probably. Did I mute that? I think I muted that. Another news. The crackling of my headphones has not changed, so I definitely need to get new headphones now. Which is very annoying, I'm going to be honest. I hate it when I break things. It is really an ideal. How do I go about? Perhaps start you from there. I think that makes more sense. At least it makes more sense to me. Rotation, why are you the way that you are? I didn't patch up this hole. Okay. You are not in the right place. Oh dear. Okay, better. Marginally better, maybe. Come on, I just have to get it to make a claw out of you. Better? Almost there. Come on. Yippee! Okay. Not looking too bad. Now we have to do about the same thing with the feet. How do I... Probably like this. There, and delete that. Okay. That is... Wait, do dogs only have... Do dogs only have 4 toes on the front? I forgot. They do, don't they? Oh, well, that makes my life easier. Oh, Priscilla's... The life hunt scythe? I want to say the life hunt scythe. Surely it's the life hunt scythe. Okay. I remember. Miraculously, I remember. The spell in Dark Souls 3, you know? The Golem Axe does sound a lot cooler than the Dragon Bone Fist, I'm not gonna lie. Dragon Bone Fist sounds kinda lame. Although I may be entirely wrong. We have a guy almost. Look at him. I do want to smooth save him though, I think. Methinks he will look better, but then again, maybe not. Keep him at flat for now. You do need ears. You do need ears. How do I deal with ears on this thing? Okay. Think I bevel this a bunch. And that's not really how wolf ears look like. At least no wolf that I've seen. But then again, they're kinda on top of the head. If I do it like this, will it look any good at all? Maybe. It has potential, I think. Okay, now I think you're too far back. You are definitely too far forward. I do think, however, that you should be higher. Kinda looks like maybe wolf ears, potentially. No, not all of you. More in, more up. And you also more in, more back. Okay, that doesn't look bad. That's quite nice. How much traveling does all of this take you, by the way, Simax? I imagine you must be going back and forth quite a bit. Don't really think I need you. I also am not sure you're very important for the shape. Yeah, I imagine it's quite slow too. I really can't imagine this process being very quick. I would like a bit more detail on the shoulders. Did kinda lose a lot of it. Most of it, in fact. Well, the shoulder region. And if everyone could do a little less noise, I would really appreciate that, but that's not happening. That's okay. Maybe. Not really. What are the statistics like to this point? Statistics 323. That's I think that's unrealistically high, but I am okay with that. I was not aiming for a realistic PlayStation 1 style model. Although I can save some of you off. You know what? No, go back to this. It's good enough. Not the legs need all of that detail, definitely. Where did you even... Oh, there is a face in here. Oh, there are a lot of faces in here. Anything else that I should be worried about? No, okay. Bevel. Delete all of you. And no, not you. Extrude to thereabout. I think I can get teeth on you like this. I'll turn them around a bit. Lower, a bit higher on you. Yes, I could do that and that. And a bit sharper on the nose, perhaps make it pop out a bit more. Bring you in a bit and a bit up. We have done something here, and I am quite happy with what it is, I think. It's not a bad werewolf, methinks. 319 triangles. Although I don't think that if I'm not sure that will be true. Oh, it's 638. Okay. Wait. It doesn't look like you are required for anything, sir, so I can save a little something there with you. And honestly, I think the shape of the foot will not be affected negatively if I just do this. And this. And that. But that is, I think, as much saving of polygons as I can do. Maybe on your back? Do we really need that? Probably don't really need that. Do we really need these to be double? Could do a little bit of this action. $598. We are under 600 polygons. Excellent. Triangles, not polygons. Yes, triangles, triangles. I think now. Yeah, he doesn't have a name. We do kinda need a name for him. Are there any suggestions? That don't look right. Oh wait, I got ahead of myself again. We're not quite done. I forgot about the tail again. Yes, of course, the tail. Your beautiful tail. I mean, I could do a bit of this, and a bit of this, and a bit of that and that, and that. A bit of that. And rotate forward. And move back and up. but not that up. Actually, a little more up. That's basically on the right spot. That's a very long tail for a wolf, isn't it? Although, that seems about right to me. Honestly, it's probably still, realistically speaking, way too long. Oh, we're back again over 600. What will your name be, sir? What shall we name you? Yeah, well, I will figure it out eventually, probably. Suppose it is not our number one concern at the moment. Everything as it should be, I hope. Yep, it looks like it. All of you. Shrink you a bit more. If Yastos were here, I'm sure he would have a great idea for a name for you, sir. Okay, actually, one more. Just a little. It's definitely not the roundest tail I've seen around. But it's not too bad. Okay, actually, I do kinda need to no, actually redo those. Okay. You're about the right size. You need to be considerably bigger, I think. You need to be smaller, and then there needs to be another one, which we just do that. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. At least that is what I will tell myself. And now I think we start marking for the UV unwrap. 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 Okay, the teeth definitely need to be separate. Do I ever? Hmm. You know, I actually think I do, just to make my life UV unwrapping easier. I am going to delete half of you again. I know I just made half of you, but you have to be deleted again, I'm sorry. It will just make my life UV unwrapping easier. I really am sorry. I'm not very sorry. Although I am a little. But just a little. Okay, you know what? Triangulate. Triangulate him immediately. Once. Oh, got the golden max. Well done, Simax. Well done on running around a lot. You said one soul to go, and I was like, did he farm and there was one soul short exactly? That is horrible. I am glad to know that that is not what happened. No, you are not needed either, actually. I have decided. Mm, how do I deal with a snout? How does one UV unwrap a snout? These are the real questions they don't prepare you for in school. How do you UV unwrap a snout? The real questions in life. Also, I'm not entirely happy with the topology here. I feel like it would look better like this, maybe? Okay, not like that. Definitely not like that. Like that? I just went back to the same thing, I think. That's probably better, maybe. I'm not sure. Whatever. I'm just gonna say that's better. Just gonna say that it is better. What solo do you have left, by the way, Simax? I kinda glossed over that fact. You said one soul remaining, and I didn't even think to ask you what soul is remaining. It is arguably a pretty important piece of information. At least I think it is. Of course, you may feel free to disagree with me. Oh, Smos. The big Smo. That's an exciting bonk. You can never have enough bonk in your life. As I always say. I never say that. But don't worry about it. Okay, stop selecting random things. What are these called? I forgot. Edges, apparently. Stop selecting random edges. Yes, stop. Yeah, it doesn't matter too much. Right, the feet. The legs and the feet. Something is not quite right here. Alright, everything is quite right here. Now the claws should be separate. Mark all of you. Yes, good. And the leg. I think along this edge will do quite nicely. Do I separate it into two parts? This would be a fine opportunity to do that if I wanted to. Would you look better like this? No, absolutely not. Go back. Okay, let's see how this looks when unwrapped. I am guessing these are the legs. Indeed. Okay, that's not bad. I don't think I need to unwrap it more into more pieces. The nails are going to be a little difficult. What are you? Oh, you are one singular nail, not nail, claw, hand thing. What are you? No, you're the leg. You're the foot, not the leg. Interesting. Well, anyway. Something doesn't seem right here. Never mind, it seems absolutely correct. Forgive me. It seems I was wrong. Alright, and get all the claws here. All the Santa Claus. Overlapping on the same spot. So that they may all share a texture. And where is the last one? Are you a claw? No, you're not a claw in the slightest. Are you a claw? You are. Are you also a claw? You are also a claw. Of particularly strange shape, I might add. Oh, I see. You are that. Alrighty. Center. Now, this is gonna get a little more difficult as we go further along here. Just need to get all of these roughly overlapping each other. Okay. Oof. This is an absolute mess of a UV unwrap. But it is necessary. I want this texture to be as efficient as humanly possible. Or werewolf possible. Or Kim possible. Or Mission Impossible. I will take any of the possibles. Yep. Okay. Some of these are probably gonna look a little stretched out. Just a wee little bit. But that is alright. We have the technology, we can fix it. What code is that from? Made a reference, but I'm not even sure what I made a reference to. Don't remember. I think it's a movie. No idea though. Okay, that is all of the claws together. Center them so that they overlap better. I am probably going to regret this later, but that's okay. I am accepting my fate now before it is too late. What? Oh, that. This is the foot. That's the face, and these are the claws. Splendid. What are you? The ear. The back of the ear. Oh, I hope that didn't make any horrible noise. Because I just scratched the back of the microphone. I remember the words. I like this shape better than that one, so we get to be enforced onto this shape. I know I am cruel to my own creation. Now, how do I do this? I guess a little something like this. And that. And this. And same's gonna happen with you. You here, you here, you here, you there. And center. Excellent. Now you're the inside of the mouth. You are the teeth. Now the teeth needs to be a lot bigger than everything else. Because they need to be able to catch all the detail. Same with the face, which I believe is not you, you're the foot. You Not you. You? No. Ah, you. And you also need to be way bigger than everything else, because you also need to have more detail. Also, what are you? What has created? Oh, okay. That is annoying. I forgot to really account for you. Minimum stretch. And shrink you up here. Excellent. Kinda ignored that you existed. I'm sorry for that. Okay, and let's pack this. But no. Pack islands. Merge overlapping. I mean, surely you could have. No, actually. Please increase the margin between them. Okay, that is better. However, I am noticing you are the face, aren't you? Yes, you are. Your teeth can definitely make you larger. And I think I could make you larger too. The clothes should be able to take it and still fit, maybe. Okay, you know, actually, the clothes kinda became absolutely humongous. Not sure we needed that much. Maybe 0.75 instead of that. And I will make the face even bigger. 1.5. And put it aside. Pack islands. That is probably better. What are you? Oh, the year. Hmm. You could also be a bit larger, although not like that. If it's going to happen, it has to happen properly. Please and thank you. Alright. That is good enough. And now we can give you a texture, perhaps. Yes. I'm sure this will go. Ah, well, he looks a bit like a demon now. It is very interesting, but no. Thank you though. That was fun to look at. We can apply the mirror now, and we have 630 triangles. That is a nice number. I'm quite happy with that number. I do think I will shade smooth you and go through. You know what? Undo the mirror. Okay, just make my life a little easier. Because I chose to make it harder again. As per usual. Woo! Nice. Well done, Simax. That is a great success that you have accomplished. I think. Probably. What do you say that it is? It feels like a pretty big success to me. In any case, well done. And good killing pinwheel at whatever level you are at now. Now it might be a little overkill. Just a bit. I'm going to listen to the intrusive thoughts. Does this look better? Uncertain. I think better. I don't know what that has done to the UVs though. The answer is it has done horrible things to the UVs. Absolutely horrible. But I hope they will still work well enough. Oh no, what have I done? Oh dear. Oh dear God. Okay, continuing on. Moving on. Ignore that. Can put a sharp in the armpit. That makes sense probably. Although I can barely even notice it. Maybe like this. Not entirely certain if I like it. I think I will leave it like this for now. And now you... Yes. Sharp close. Yeah, well, I'm not sure about that. I think not, in fact. Okay, but that's better. Yep, pretty good. Okay, all the UVs are all right. Now I can move on to... I haven't tried vertex painting ever. Huh. Why are you black in the in-between? That doesn't make much sense to me. Are you bothered by the fact that you are on shade smooth? If I shade flat you, will you be happier? It certainly looks like you'll be. That bothers me. Oh wait, is that just... Oh, that is just a reflection. Yeah, whatever. I don't want to vertex paint you. I wasn't intending to do so. As for the weight paint, you do need the texture. I think I am going to start with just noise color ramp into here. Is I mean, there's nothing stopping me from just... Okay, apparently something is stopping me from just... I knew it, that nothing is stopping me from just... Yeah. Oh, you got the Spy Hunter. That is arguably a great success potentially. Also, change back to diffuse color, please. That is a big W, maybe. Are you feeling like a big W, Simax? Give me... ambient occlusion. And mix... No. Mix. You know... Actually, can you... much better. Why do you become whiter when I'm nearer? Closer? Local. Only consider the other side of computing. Distance. Sure. Yeah. I see. Not very big success then. Would you feel better with 64 samples, sir? Maybe you would, I'm not sure. Okay, I would like something grayer. Multiply. The lightning spear is the absolute good. We'll take your word for it. If you say so, Simax, then I will believe you. What would happen if I took where are you? Wave texture. Put in the input UV map vector. With 0.4 distortion. If I put you in here, what will that do? That will do horrible things. It is clutching so hard. I am happy for that, I think. Okay. Subtler, maybe. That is not quite subtle enough. And also on the Y, maybe? Yes, on the Y is much better. Although the leg doesn't really work on the legs now. Anyway, increase that distortion a bit. No, I don't like it. Point to roughness. That's good. Be a little distortion. And we can bake this. Aha. That makes a little more sense now. Oh my god, note 1000 samples, please, my GPU. Do the noise though. We can do 8. And times 2. Bake. Diffuse. And only the color, please. And show me diffuse color here. All right. That's not bad, I think. Although now, I think I do want to make the fur a little darker than that. How exactly is the lightning spear classing so good? I will allow myself 128 pixels. And let's... Werewolf albedo. No, we do actually want alpha. Now, do I want to put the ambient occlusion directly onto you? Probably not. I probably want to put it at the end, so... Bake. And new texture. Image texture. Specifically for the ambient occlusion. Werewolf ambient occlusion. And just switch to ambient occlusion. Bake. Excellent. Now I can do a little bit of this. Put you in there, delete you also. Lower ambient occlusion down here. Mix you here and put this in here. Closest interpolation. And you don't look half bad. Although something has gone a little wrong. Just a little. I think I know what it is, but it's fixable. It's quite fixable. You already don't look too bad. Also you have a nice pattern here under your head. That is a fun pattern. Let me make sure nothing else has gone wrong with the ambient occlusion. Okay. No, we are all good. He doesn't look half bad. I'm quite happy with how he has turned out. But now we have to kind of take you out to GIMP. So save this here. And you save as werewolf ambient occlusion. You don't need an alpha. It is time for us to do stuff. We can export the UV layout. Export UV layout onto textures, werewolf, UVs. And save you. And And how do we think the boy is looking? Please just diffuse color. Okay. How do we think the boy is looking? Not half bad, I think. Although, allow me to do a little bit of this and switch to diffuse color. Bring this in. He does not look half bad. Alright, well, now is time for the hard part. Which is to say that it is time to open this in GIMP. And actually, I would not mind open edit externally image should have the path to user verify. Edit references. System? No. Weight paint, no. File paths. Render output, render case, textures, fonts, temporary files, applications, image editor. Can I ever find GIMP in here? Is it in Snap? Oh, it is in Snap. Common, no. Current. Alright then. I'm sure I can find it. GIMP, common case. GIMP 3. Wait, not 3.2. Definitely not. Current. Local ser. Themes. Last revision. Okay. Don't even think this is 3. Oh, it is 3.0, 3.2. Okay. Never mind then. I don't really like this though, it seems like to me. Bookmarks settings. Need to download you from somewhere else. Okay. I will try to remember to log it on this another time. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, we can close you now. Open GIMP, the GNU image manipulation program on version 3.2.4 apparently. And here in the textures file, if I search for our werewolf, he's right here. Drop the albedo, the ambient occlusion, and the UVs. The U can be set to multiply. Not that we are actually going to use U right now. Excellent. And I'm sure we're looking at some astonishing file sizes of 18 kilobytes. Whatever will we do with 18 kilobytes? For the close. We want to get the correct coloring, which means doing a little something like this. And gradient. And this might work if I turn up the opacity. I mean, this might not look bad, maybe. Maybe. Emphasis on maybe. Now, I'm not sure which is the correct way, which reminds me I really should not have closed Blender. Because I'm need these UVs. So show me. Whoa. Dude. No, I have. Simax, I have made a horrible mistake. I should have looked at this more carefully. Oopsie daisy. Well, then what do I do with you? I'll have to find a way to deal with you. Oh, been wilted. Excellent work, Simax. Excellent work. As always. Of course. I incorrectly unwrapped some of these clothes over here are not correctly unwrapped. They are bringing a great misfortune upon me. What are you even holding on to? How are you even holding on to anything? Actually, how? Oh no. It looks like I might have to do some unwrapping again, right from the start. Oh boy, just what I wanted. This is not yippee at all. It is not even funny how not yippee this is. It's not funny in the slightest. How did I manage that? How did I manage that? Wait, what? Excuse me, how one of them is. You are on backwards and you are connected to. Oh no. How have I done this? No. Oh no, and you are connected to that for some fucking reason. Oh no, 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 no. What just happened? I was so happy that I thought it was all going well. I really did. I was so foolish. Anyway, before I destroy our man, how do you think he looks? Before he is banished. Before he is removed from this dimension. It does look like, which is a good. I am cutting out. Why am I cutting out? Okay, we have not dropped frames. The microphone is incorrectly, I think. One moment, let me check YouTube as well. Okay, I did. Stream is healthy. Okay, not sure what happened, but we are good apparently. Anyway, be split in half, sir. You're not escaping either. Do not try to fool me. Okay, this is how you unwrap models if you were wondering, Simax. You have to kill the thing by splitting it in two. It is a very important part of the process, trust me. Trust me, I am a doctor. Okay. Here we go again, as they say in GTA San Andreas. What are you playing now? Are you playing anything besides Dark Souls Remastered, Simax? Now that you're done with Ghosts. Not Ghosts, Ghost of Tsushima. If it is, I think it is Ghost. Anyway, is it Ghosts? I don't remember. I have entirely forgotten. So now, the most important thing about this is which side is the front. As you can clearly see, These are not all looking the right way. So you have to look this way. And you have to look this way. And now I have to make you work somehow. Somehow, some way. I am not entirely sure what way that will be, but I'll figure it out. I am going to start off with you, I think. I will assume that you are the best. The ideal shape. That is a dangerous assumption to make, but I will make it nonetheless. Right, move you here. Here, here. Not here, here. And here. And move you forward. You are the point. You move over there. You move over here. With this, I am now trying to get all of the UVs for the claws to overlap. You might be wondering why the hell I would want that so badly. The answer is I just want to get this model as PS sexy as possible. Not PS sexy, PS Xy. As in PSX, as in the PlayStation 1. Don't ask me why they call it PSX, I don't know actually. I have genuinely no idea, even though I should probably know that. Alright, let's start with you. We are going to make another dangerous assumption that this is the best shape. And move you all around to match that shape. Now those lined up pretty well, so it must be the best shape indeed. Truly. Your turn, sir. You can come down here. Like that. All the way over here, and I'm not. Oh no, okay. Was confused by all of the overlap for a moment. Few of them don't overlap quite the way I'd like, but it should not matter in this instance. Hopefully. If it does matter, I might cry. But you are here, Simax, to make me feel better, so all is good. Wow, Shadow is playing Forza Horizon 5. Did no one tell him a new one came out? Ha 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 ha. Not sure how that was supposed to be funny. Ignore that, actually. I never said that. If you think I said that, you are incorrect. No, the game Markiplier is playing right now is really, it looks really nice. And by really nice, I mean it is horrifying. But it does look like a great game. Very weird. Extremely strange. And he is having a lot of fun, which means that we are also having a lot of fun. Everyone is winning. I dare say. Yar. This has been one of the streams of all time. Anything else we would like to take a look at before I regret my life choices again? I don't think so, maybe. Hopefully. You should be bigger. You are there. I recall. And are you the face? Yes, you are the face, okay. You are the most important to be larger. I think I'm gonna go times 4, and that should be enough. Anything else that really needs the size, the teeth. That's right, I almost forgot about them. Thankfully, in the end, I didn't. And you need to be also very big. Now we can pack the islands, merge the overlapping, give them a margin of 0.15 and pack them. And this has worked out quite nicely this time, I dare say. Excellent. Now we apply the mirror modifier. And we can slot you in here, bake the diffuse for the albedo, and bake the ambient occlusion again. Alright, now I can slot you in here and you in here. Save the pictures. And we are looking well about the same, but that is what is supposed to happen. Alright, that is quite good. Now let me re-import these. Zoom out. Drop the albedo. Drop the ambient occlusion. You here, you can be set to multiply. And we can get a vision of what our boy will look like. And I need to remember to ask someone, probably Justus, what we should call him. No, actually, no, not the ambient occlusion. The diffuse. Please and thank you. What happened to the diffuse? Oh, I know what happened to the diffuse. Never mind. Ha ha. And the ambient occlusion. Okay. Save this one more time. Close that. No, I should not have closed that. Anyway, import this another time. Set you to multiply again. And put the UVs here at the top. Hide you because we don't care. Alright. Okay. Now we are finally ready to do things. Ah, finally. Show me the claws. There they are. Actually, I think they are in a pretty similar spot to the first time, which is a little strange. Why is there a... Oh, right, I didn't. That's why it is strange, because I didn't export the UVs again. Silly me. Have you gone into the tomb, Simax? Are you in the tomb of the giants? I didn't make the clothes any bigger. It's probably fine. You know, it's probably fine. I'm not crying, you are crying. Why would I be crying? Why are you accusing me of such a thing? How dare you? Alright, show me the clothes. You, you, show me the clothes. Alpha, Serpent, select, actually, Serpent, remove holes. And I'm going to manually add these, because we're probably gonna need them. And now I can do a little bit of this with the side of this. Maybe a little further. Just a little. Yeah, well, probably not that far. It would probably be wiser not to go that far. Alright. The other claws are over here. You are not a shape that lends itself to being selected like that, so I am going to do it the old-fashioned way. And send it. We can send it a bit more here. Alrighty. Now that's the face. But what part of the face is which? Alright, that is apparently where the eyes go. But this is... It makes sense, I guess. Let's find something red. That will probably do well enough for now. Okay, if the eyes are there, that means this is the nose. So the nose is this thing. Okay. Allow me to select it. And select grow 3 maybe. And we can kind of make this black. Maybe not quite black. I forgot that you are cringe and that you do not select the alpha like that. And what else would we like to change right away? You, actually. If I can do a little bit of this, and this, and this, and then put the gradient on, and I want it to be shaped. Yeah, basically like that. And the teeth, of course. What am I to do with the teeth exactly now? These are going to be a bit more interesting to just wing them on the stream. Oh my god, no, stop it. Reset it, reset it. Oh, don't touch the rotation, please. I don't want to. Alright, just to be safe, select some from up here. And we gotta do the same down here. Right. And remove this too, just in case. And delete. Now I kinda have to just... Wait, am I? No, okay. Kinda just pray that it works out how I am imagining it to work out. Okay, that's the upside and that's the upside. So we want a nice white, maybe not that white. And we want to have big fangs there. I put it the wrong way. I literally just said which way is the right way. And I immediately forgot and did it the wrong way. Wow, I can barely see that. Wow, that's bad. That is not good that it is happening the way that it is happening. Oh no. Yes, it could be worse. This will hopefully work out. These are some horrible teeth. They would barely pass as teeth. They barely do pass as teeth. They already don't really. But you know, bad models do wonders. Bad models do wonders. Okay, let's see how bad this is. Save it and export it. Werewolf albedo and replace RGBA, and if we import it again, how bad will it look? Also put the alpha in here. All right. Okay, the eyes are very goofy. How did this happen? Okay, well, the claws of the hands don't look bad. The teeth surprisingly don't look too bad either. The eyes are not good. The ears are fine. Those feet, though. No, that's not it. That is not it. And I closed GIMP, of course I did. And now I regret doing this on the original texture. Instead of putting it over the original texture. Alright, show me what's up. Show me what's so wrong about this. Show me what has gone horribly wrong. Why? I literally just forgot which side is the correct side. I literally just got the sides mixed up. You have to be very talented to fail the way I fail. It really takes a special kind of talent. Not everyone can fail so spectacularly. I know it's difficult. I really do. But one day I believe in you, that you will be able to fail. Just as I failed today. Eh. Also, is the chat working? I haven't checked. Okay, the chat is working. There is just no one talking. Which is very understandable. Now about this eye. Okay, get the different color. That's better, mostly. Is the size good? Would we say that the size of the eyes is good if nothing else? Yeah, the size is probably good. there and here. How exactly does this work? Like that? Alright, let's see how this looks. Export onto the albedo. Drop this in here. Delete. Show me what I have created. Okay, those look marginally better. The eyes look about the same. Which is to say not that great, but fine enough. No, I didn't say anything about a game, just making a model. Welcome to the stream. Simax, I would like your attention. Pretty please. Just felt like taking an attempt at a werewolf. Thank you for arriving, Simax. Does this look like a bot to you? I am very suspicious of the end of the name with the random numbers and letters, mostly letters. Uh, Well, you do not want to make the textures the way I do, first of all. Second, I quite simply put a random noise texture that I like, usually just an FBX noise. Over here, I bake it into a 128p texture image, right from over here. And then I do some manual work on GIMP. But it's supposed to look like what? Simax, what? Why are you confusing me? I don't know, what did I say that you didn't pick up? You are expecting too much of me. Mostly that I remember something that happened even 2 seconds ago. It probably wasn't important. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that person disappeared. I would like to check. Give me a moment. About channel. Hmm. Ah, right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that person is just a bot. That random string of characters and letters is at the end of the name is very much a bot thing. Now it could mean something. It could be not random, but I don't trust it in the slightest. The account is from 2024, however, although that doesn't really mean a lot. Anyway. What else can we do with you? Quite a lot is the answer. But what do we want to do with you? Where is your chest? That is your chest. Oh. I didn't even realize that it went up to there, I'm going to be entirely honest. To the skeletons fall. Oh, the dog skeletons. The dogs. The skeletons on all fours, okay. Have fun in the Tomb of the Giants. If such a thing can happen. Yeah, I'm sure very fun. Very fun indeed. You're also 600k. Well, what were you going to do with 600k anyway? You were fine, you had all the boss weapons, you didn't want Nito's weapons, right? Well, to be fair, you're going to get a bunch of swords when you kill Nito. Yeah, doesn't matter. I think I might call this now, or at least soon. I am not exactly certain how I want to continue this. I think this has been a good warm-up stream. Okay. For coming back after a while. Now, if nothing else, I am... Diffuse color, please. If nothing else, I am happy with how the teeth came out. I did not expect them to actually come out in any way, shape or form good-ish. But they did. The face looks stupid. But that's alright. The clothes don't look too bad. And that's nice. The shape is obviously good, but I was entirely copying another model, so that's not surprising in the slightest. Yeah, he's just a silly goober. He's just a silly little guy. Looks stupid. I don't think he has formed a single thought in his entire life. Oh dear. Anyway, that will be it for today. Welcome back, Simix. I am going to call it for tonight. This was a good warm-up stream. I know you will miss the noise in your ear while you play Dark Souls, I'm sure. Thank you everyone for coming. See you again on the next one. Bye bye.